Okay, welcome back, Joanna. I love Zoom.
Hi.
It's awesome. It always breaks when you want to do something and record.
The most important bit.
The most important bit, press
I know.
record, and it crashes. Anyway, we're here now, and that's all that matters. Okay, so we had a bit of a chat before we started recording this, and I want to have, let's investigate this this challenge that you've got, because you said you got this challenge around confidence and kind of anxiety, which I find strange. Okay, because you connect people, aren't you? You are the socialite. You connect people to people and people to opportunities. So that's really, really interesting that kind of you have those feelings. And I know that you said that it's to do with past events and relationships. However, I want to ask you, if I had a magic wand, and by the end of this, 30 minutes chat we're going to have now, what would be a measure of success of an outcome? What realizations would you want out of this?
Well, there's the realization, and then there's just been, it's a difficult one, this, because I always say, if I could wave that magic wand, I just want to never have to doubt myself or have no confidence to be questioning myself or saying I'm not good enough. That is the biggest thing for me, because it was drilled into me for years. I know I'm good enough and I know I can do things, but it's still this, it sits here and it's telling me all the time.
Okay, so tell me about that voice. Tell me about that voice that sits on there and how it's impacting you at the moment, because you are successful in what you do, right?
Yeah. I mean, I am, I do, honestly, I mean, you know what I do, and I know that I'm very successful, but a part of me wonders if I could be more so if this went away. It's funny what you say, because everyone that I talk to about it will always say, no way, I can't believe this. For what you do, you've got to have confidence. I have confidence in that because I know what I'm doing and I'm good at it. But I think that's with anything. If you've got the confidence and you enjoy what you do, then you'll always do very well at it. But there's always an element of me thinking I can always do better. And that's, for me, the magic one would be just to get rid of all the self-doubt.
Okay, before we go on to the self-doubt, tell me about what success looks and feels like. So if you were to wake up every morning without any anxiety, any fears, which, let's face it, that's just part of life.
Yeah.
We got to recognize that. But if you could be in flow every single day, the perfect day, every single day where things are just flowing, what does success truly look like or truly feel like to you?
To me, it's having my happy members and being able to most probably just progress a little bit further than what we are. So, we're doing good and we've had the pandemic and everything else. So I know all that. And it's not just all about my self-doubt, but it's more about pushing myself forward.
So something interesting when I asked that question was about you, but you answered it as from a service point of view. So we often let people drink from our cup and it becomes empty. And what you did, what you heard, I'm just reflecting this back to you, what you did is, I want the business to be successful for my members. I want to do this. But that wasn't the question that I asked. I asked, what would success look like for you? As in Joanna, the human, Joanna, the person, not Joanna, the business lady, not Joanna, the friend, not Joanna, the mother, not Joanna, the daughter, Joanna, the true you, the spirit, the soul, the you. If you could have that day and it didn't rely on business, it didn't rely on anybody else, and it was just about you, what will success look and feel like to you?
Just to have more confidence in myself, I think, and stop this self-doubt that I seem to, it just plagues me a lot, it can be the simplest of things. And then, say, for instance, a meeting doesn't go well, or maybe somebody let me down because they couldn't get to me, and then I start to say, oh, well, it's got to be my fault. Everything's my fault. And, and I don't want to say that every day. That would be a successful day.
So define confidence. Define what confidence looks like and feels like, how would you show up differently?
To walk in a room and not care about what anyone thinks about me, that's freedom, isn't it?
Okay. So
Yeah.
what you want is freedom of self, I guess.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
I worry too much about what everyone thinks, and it's something that Paul, my partner, says a lot. Once you've actually got that, over that, you've got everything, because you shouldn't care what anyone thinks about you, because it's not your business. So, you know, and that's the one thing I think if I can get over that, I'm that pleaser, I'm the nurturer, I'm the carer. I just want to please everybody, and it doesn't work like that. I know that.
Yeah, so often we have 4 roles. Marissa Peer talks about this a lot. It's the 4 roles we play, which is we're either the person who is the exemplar, the perfect one, the one that's just the achiever, and because of that you want to achieve more and more and more.
Yeah.
Or you're the carer, so you're always giving and giving and giving and giving, and when you don't receive that back, it's like, can I do an exercise with you on this? I can prove this point. So if as the giver, as the person who looks after people, okay, if we use the breath for this, what I want you to do, I want you to just breathe out. And don't breathe in. I want you to breathe out and just keep breathing out and keep breathing out and keep breathing out and keep breathing out. It becomes painful, right?
Yeah.
Feel it becomes painful. And then when other people are taking all the time, so yeah, don't check. if everybody's taking, if you just breathe in and just keep breathing in and 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 breathing in, it becomes painful. Yeah, so it's about, for me, it's about creating that balance of being able to breathe in flow. So if we looked at these experiences that you're talking about, which part of those experiences would you want to focus on the most? So if I was to give you some tips, maybe relationships, friendships, adventures, your actual environment, which is the area that you feel that you're least confident in?
Funnily enough, I've not really thought about that one. I can't say I'm not confident around my friends, or I wouldn't be with them. They make me feel great, and they know what things are like. Relationships, fine. My one I'm in now is absolutely fine. So it must boil down to.
But we can broaden that, so it might not be just love relationships. You know, obviously we don't want, if Paul sees this, obviously we've got to keep him on side. But are there any other relationships? So you are, would you say you're quite adventurous, aren't you? You're quite fun. You like a party. You like to do all that. You create amazing environments outside of you. But what about the relationship and environment with yourself? So I'd like to take 3 commitments, because I know we're short of time. So I'd like you to sign up to 3 commitments.
Okay.
So the first commitment, and this is your choice, you don't have to, is to really dialogue with your inner child in a really loving way. So whenever you say anything negative about yourself, I want you to imagine it as if you're saying it to the younger you.
Okay.
First thing. The second thing is at least once a day, maybe in the morning when you first get up, but whenever you feel is best for you, is just use that box breathing exercise that I'll send you the link to. It shows you how to do it. It's super simple. And then to breathe. And when you do that, I just want you to really be aware of all your senses and what you're experiencing.
Okay.
And the third one, I want you to choose a commitment that you're going to give to yourself.
Oh, wow. There's been plenty of those. I just think it comes down to maybe just don't be so hard on myself, but I don't know how we can put that into a commitment.
So think about asking yourself a question then. So you don't need to know the answers. So maybe commit to this question. When you're doing that breathing, when you just go, how can I stop being hard on myself? Okay. And then listen for the answer. Yeah. Jay Shetty, I don't know if you know Jay Shetty, but
yeah, I love him.
So Jay says this thing. He says, that many of us pray and ask,
Yes.
but not many of us stop to listen for the answer. You can achieve anything just by stopping and reconnecting with your breath,
Right.
and then just listen. And I promise you, the answers will flow because they're already inside you.
Okay. Yeah, took it on board. Okay.
Cool. So thank you so much for doing this. I hope you found it useful.
I did very
And
much.
we will be connecting soon anyway.
Yes.
So
I'll see you
have you
very
got any
soon.
questions for me before we go? Is there anything you want
No,
clarified?
not really. Just to say it's, it's short and sweet, but it's really helped me today. So thank you very much.
Okay, cool. Thank you very, very, very.
Thank you.